All right, Paul, well, how nice to have that monkey off the back as far as a road win. Is there a bit of a spring in the step this week?
Yep, definitely is. It was very nice. Yeah, we sort of joked after the game that we went to the furthest part of the Australia to get that elusive win. It was really nice. It was a good few days. It was important that we were together after the first half in Melbourne, which was a bit of a disaster for us. But we talked at half time in that game about, okay, let's make this a catalyst to kick us on for the rest of the season as a thing that can really change our season. And they came out in the second half and they were great, and they won the second half 3-1, and then we took that momentum to Perth. We were together as a team. Having that 3 or 4 days together leading into that game on Friday was massive for us. I'm not sure we would have been able to put the same energy into the game if we hadn't been able to do that. So it was huge. So yeah, very thankful to the club for letting us do that, because it just made the world a difference, and we were able to approach the game in that way, and ultimately got us the result. So the flight home wasn't as bad as the other ones have been.
Finals, I suppose, starting early for this team, as you mentioned, ahead of the last week's game. Is that still the same? And you've got a pretty daunting schedule now, what, 3 games in 8 days?
Yeah. Look, I mean, I sort of said beforehand, I felt we needed to win against Perth. It was kind of a must-win. And we talked about our playoffs have started already. It's kind of like win or bust a little bit. Teams around us are doing well and are in form. We've got to fight them, but it's in our hands, which is important. So yeah, we've got these 3 home games out of the last 4, which is great for us, and 2 in quick succession, Sunday and Wednesday. So yeah, haven't really kind of even thought too much about Wednesday. It's that classic 1 game at a time. We need to go into Sydney and obviously set ourselves up to try and win the game and put ourselves in a good position to keep fighting for that top 6.
Yeah, narrowly beaten by them last time over there, and of course the team beat Sydney last season. What are your thoughts heading into this one against them?
Yeah, look, I think Sydney are just that team, like perennial champions, like challenging for the championship, like all the time, aren't they? They're a big club in this league. They've got big players, Matildas. So there's no doubt they're an amazing team, and they've got some fantastic players. They're difficult to play against, but I don't think anyone in this league is kind of so far ahead of everyone else that you can't go into each game believing that you can win. And we have some like things that we're going to try and do on Sunday, which hopefully give us an advantage from a tactical perspective, thinking about how we deal with their threats, how we cause them a threat. Last time we played them, I thought it was a pretty tight game. It was a game of 2 headers in the box, really. They scored a really good header in the box, and we missed a really good opportunity for a draw. So there wasn't much in it in the last game, but I think both teams have taken different paths since then. We've kind of dropped a little bit in form, and obviously they've just picked up again, and they've been kind of steadily getting better. So it's difficult to kind of think back to that far away and think that the games are going to be kind of a similar sort of contest, because I think it will be different, and us being at home is a huge factor as well.
Yeah, thinking about being far away, it hasn't been since end of Jan since you've been at home. How much are the team looking forward to playing back at Porirua Park again?
Yeah, very much so. It's been a very positive place for us so far this season, results-wise, performance-wise, but also like the crowd and the atmosphere and kind of that sense of closeness with the fans. I think it's kind of like having the 12th man. It's a little bit of a cliche, but it's just anything, you kind of, there's a little bit of magic, or there's some skill, or there's a running behind or a cross a box, and the crowd get excited and it kind of roars you on, and it just gives you energy. And I think we've not had that obviously for a while, and once in the last 9 games. So it feels like right now we're back, and hopefully, crowd turn up on Sunday and support the team and roar us home and give us that little bit of extra energy during the game.
Obviously disappointing news about Bex Lake out for the rest of the season. How is she, and how much will that affect the team?
Yeah, look, there's no question. I think it has an effect on the team, because she's been amazing for us on and off the pitch. I think she's really settled into that role in her first full season. She was playing a big part, and then obviously Marisa kind of went down, and she's kind of stepped in to be that starter. She's vice captain, she's led the team out, she's a big personality, presence in the group. So we're not going to lose that because she's still around the group, obviously, and she's being very positive and putting on a brave face. You can see she's hurting and obviously gutted that she's not able to kind of contribute on the pitch now, but she will do her thing as a leader off the pitch, I'm sure of that, because of the character that she is. So yeah, no question, it's a loss. But like we've seen when we've had Grace injured and then Marisa injured, like someone else in this team has to step up now and cover that off, and it might be their time to shine, and that's really kind of what we have to focus on now while she gets better, like the players that are coming into the team who can step up and perform.
On the flip side, Kate Taylor and ALeague Longo, are they back and available for selection?
Yeah, I think Kate's probably a little bit further along than ALeague in terms of like return to play. So yeah, I'm hoping we can get Kate some minutes over the next 2 games in quick succession, and still hopeful for ALeague. It's just taking a little bit more time, and we just are cautious. We don't want to push too hard too soon and kind of force something that may flare up again. So yeah, look, I'm hoping by the Adelaide game both can be out there on the pitch. That would be great, but we'll see. You never know. We've still got another day of training, and they were both out there today, so we'll hope that they can kind of both pull through and be available, because they're big players in the team, and we've been without them now for a little while, so it'd be great to have them back.